Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a big decision I made about a year ago, moving to Slovakia to study dentistry. Now you might be thinking, why Slovakia of all places? This was actually to avoid the ORE exam. The ORE exam, it stands for the Overseas Registration Exam, and this exam is a huge hurdle for those people who are studying overseas who want to practice in the UK after they graduate. It's notoriously tough, covering a vast amount of material, and the pass rates can really be quite low. Honestly, the thought of studying for that exam on top of my already demanding dental curriculum was overwhelming. I knew I wanted to practice in the UK, but the ORE loomed large, casting a shadow over my entire dental journey. So you might be wondering, why Slovakia of all places? Well, the degree here is actually recognised throughout the EU, and Slovakia is part of the European Union. So this means that upon graduation, I can essentially work in the UK without having to sit the ORE exam, which is huge. This takes so much weight off my shoulders. Of course, it wasn't just about avoiding the ORE. Slovakia offers a high quality dental education at a more affordable cost compared to many other European countries. Plus, the universities here have excellent facilities and experienced faculty. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons, because this is very important if you're thinking of moving to Europe to study dentistry. I'm not so sure about medicine, although I have had questions regarding medicine. I can look into it for you and try and help you, but I probably know a lot better about dentistry since that is what I'm studying myself. The one pro of staying in Slovakia is obviously avoiding the ORE exam. So this is a major plus, undoubtedly, and I've explained why in previous videos or even in YouTube shorts why this exam is so weighting. It's just so difficult in so many ways. The time it takes to sit and pass this exam, on average it takes around 2 to 3 years. Also, the chances of you passing it first time around are also very low. The amount of material that you have to cover after graduating, first of all, I don't know how anyone has the energy to study that much material when they've just passed a dental degree. Another pro is the affordable education. Compared to many other European universities, Slovakia, UPGS is where I am, is actually very affordable. You get a lot for what you pay for, so it's a really good option. Slovakian universities have a strong reputation for very high standard of dental education. Let's now talk about some cons. Talk about the language barrier. I have made this a point in some of my other videos. You do need to learn Slovak here, yes, but it's actually incorporated as part of the course. You need to study Slovak to study everything else, if you get what I mean. They incorporate it really nicely into the program here. You have to study for Slovak 1, 2, 3 and 4, each one per semester. So I covered Slovak 1 and 2 in semester 1 and 2 of third year, so that was last year. This year I will have Slovak 3, I've already passed that, thank God. So I just have Slovak 4 left, and honestly it's flown by and it's not really been that much of a hassle to have to learn Slovak. Another con is feeling homesick. I also don't really regard this as a con because you can get very, very cheap flights to the UK. To Stansted, it's not as cheap to go from Stansted to back up to Edinburgh after flying from Košice to Stansted. But that's my own fault for living in Scotland, and I don't know anyone else here who's from Scotland, so it's just me. Getting to Luton, getting to Stansted from Košice, even getting to Luton or Stansted from Budapest is quite cheap. So that is not really a con, it's quite easy to go home. They do give you relatively good holidays here, and they have random days off as well. Adapting to a new culture, con. So I wouldn't say there is as much of a culture shock here in Slovakia as there was in Egypt. In Egypt, it was like, I'd never been to a country like that before. Here, honestly, this is nothing for me because I feel like I've been everywhere at this point. But for other people who are leaving the house for the first time, you know, they're going to university for the first time, it can feel like a bit of a culture shock. They're maybe not as polite if you're from the UK, they're maybe not as polite as us Brits are, but that's not to say that they are not friendly. When you do start talking to Slovakian people, they are lovely. Let's wrap this video up because I feel like I'm rambling. Personally, I have found the process of studying in Slovakia to be really rewarding. I am so grateful beyond anything else that I have been able to move to a place where I don't have to sit the ORE exam after I graduate. I'm honestly so grateful. I would have gone anywhere in Europe as long as it had meant that the fees were cheap and I wouldn't have to do the ORE exam. Getting patients here is incredibly easy. You just ask, ask nicely and politely, and you do tend to get patients to work on. If you are friendly with the teachers will love you. If you're showing interest in what they are teaching you, they will love you even more. Everyone's really nice and friendly. There's people from loads of different cultures here. So I'm really happy with the location that I'm in. And if anyone has any questions about Slovakia or the university that I'm at, this is the university that I'm at. You can reach out to me anytime on any of my platforms. Thank you so much for listening, and I will speak to you later. Bye!